Hello, my name is Eric Irwin, and I work for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the Regional Planning and Environmental Center, or RPEC, where I am the program lead for the Lake Master Plan program in Southwest Division. RPEC is collaborating with the Huntington District in the development of this regional master plan revision. On behalf of Chip Miller, the lake manager, and myself, welcome to the public involvement presentation for the regional master plan revision at John W. Flannagan Lake and North Fork of Pound River Lake. As the country is responding to the COVID-19 outbreak, public meetings and workshops which accompany a master plan revision are all canceled. The presentation you are viewing is the alternative to the Corps hosting face-to-face public meetings or workshops. Public and stakeholder involvement is critical to the success of the master plan revision. Thank you for taking time to participate. This master plan revision will combine the two lake projects into one regional master plan, as encouraged by Corps regulations when multiple projects are related. John W. Flannagan and North Fork of Pound River Lakes are within the same geographic area and watershed. The purpose of this presentation is to inform the public and stakeholders that a regional master plan revision has started at John W. Flannagan and North Fork of Pound River Lakes. This presentation will define a master plan, detail the framework of a regional master plan, describe the master plan revision process, provide instructions on how to participate in the process, and encourage participation. It will also provide links to documents and details about how to contact the Corps to ask questions. The information provided through public and stakeholder comments is essential to the decision-making process of how lands and water surfaces will be classified and managed. The Corps wants your ideas and comments. After watching this presentation, review the other material on the project website and send in comments and participate in planning the future of John W. Flannagan and North Fork of Pound River Lakes. Topics to be covered in this presentation are summed up under these 9 questions that are often asked in a public meeting or workshop. What is a master plan? What is a regional master plan? Why do a revision? What is the revision process? What is not part of a master plan? What is changing in the plan? How can I participate? Who can I talk to about the plan? When will the master plan be done? Under each of these 9 topics, this presentation will provide details to help you better understand the master plan project and your role in the process. You might be wondering, what is a master plan? The master plan is the document that will guide the land use and management of the project for the next 25 years, while adhering to all applicable federal laws, including the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. The focus of the plan is the designation of land classifications with corresponding management plans, as well as establishing resource management objectives. The key to a successful master plan is public involvement. Participation during this presentation or in the form of written comments is how you can help. What is a regional master plan and how is it different from a master plan? In the simplest terms, a regional master plan is different from a master plan in how it combines more than one core water resource project into a single master plan document. In this case, John W. Flannagan and North Fork of Pound River Lakes are 2 separate core projects, but because they are located in the same watershed, ecoregion, area of interest, and share many other attributes, Corps policy encourages combining project master plans into regional master plans. The regional master plan is developed through a collaborative process with emphasis placed on resource objectives and a collective vision for the region. Why is the Corps doing a revision to the master plan at this time? The Corps is undergoing master plan revisions at many of their projects nationwide as existing plans are no longer compliant with current regulations. Many projects have also been influenced by changes in the surrounding environment, either by increased urbanization and growth or changes in rural patterns of land use. As change is ever constant, an update to the plans are needed to capture how the project land classifications meet the current and future projected uses. Not only does land use change, but also management resources in terms of personnel over time. The master plan provides stability with long-term goals and a consistent management strategy for project resources. NEPA is the National Environmental Policy Act. Compliance with NEPA is required during the master plan revision process. NEPA is required so that federal agencies give proper consideration to the environment prior to undertaking a federal action. Scoping during NEPA involves the public in the decision-making process, while documenting the process by which federal agencies make informed decisions. The NEPA process provides the public with the opportunity to ask questions and comment on the potential impacts of proposed federal actions. It also includes comments from other federal, state, and local governments and tribal nations. The revision process includes an update to the entire plan, input from the public and stakeholders, and is compiled and completed by the Corps. The revision process will review all of the existing land and water surface classifications and recommend changes. These changes would be based on development of the resource objectives and the resource plan that will direct future management decisions of project resources. Resource objectives will be developed based on public involvement and stakeholder coordination to identify issue, needs, and opportunities. The revision process is a federal action that requires compliance with NEPA. It is anticipated that an environmental assessment, EA, will be the level of NEPA documentation required, and it will be integrated into the regional master plan document. The revision process includes 3 phases: scoping, draft, and final. The scoping phase is when the federal agency asks for initial input from other agencies, citizens, and organizations regarding project area, resources, and uses. This is the phase we are currently in, as noted by the yellow star on the chart. The draft phase is when the Corps asks for public comment on the proposed recommendations in the draft Regional Master Plan and Integrated EA document. The final phase is when the Corps incorporates public comments from the draft review into the final Regional Master Plan and Integrated EA document. The plan is published after formal approval by the district commander. The Corps defines land classification as the primary use for which project lands are managed. All federally owned lands are zoned for development and resource management consistent with project purposes. Utilizing the current federal guidance, the land classifications are defined as shown in this table. The project operations classification is used solely for lands dedicated for the operation of the project, including the dam, spillway, levees, project office, and other operational features. The classification high-density recreation is assigned to lands that are being used for intensive recreation activities, including day use and campground areas. The multiple resource management lands allow for the designation of a predominant use and are subdivided into 4 classifications. All 4 classifications essentially allow for similar activities to occur, but are managed with a particular emphasis, including low-density recreation, wildlife management, vegetative management, and inactive or future recreation areas. The protection of environmentally sensitive areas is given priority and are for lands with unique scientific, ecological, cultural, or aesthetic features. Examples include endangered species habitat, scenic shorelines, and rare and unique plant communities, to mention a few. Water surface classifications are defined much like land classifications in that they reflect how the water surface is to be managed. The water surface will be reviewed and classified using 4 classifications. The dominant classification is typically open recreation, which allows year-round use of the water surface. The other 3 classifications place restrictions on the water surface based on safety, access, shoreline protection, and wildlife needs. Restricted water surfaces do not allow access due to safety and security purposes. No-wake water surfaces limit vessel speeds to protect shorelines from wake damage and are used near marinas and boat ramps for public safety. Fish and wildlife sanctuary water surfaces can be employed on an annual or seasonal basis to restrict access to protect fish and wildlife species. Background information on John W. Flannagan Lake includes: the project was authorized in 1938 under the Flood Control Act and is a component of the Comprehensive Flood Control Plan of the Ohio River Basin. The project began operations in 1964. The dam structure is earth-filled, constructed of rock, with a central clay core creating a 1,145-acre lake with approximately 40 miles of shoreline. The project authorized purposes are flood control, fish and wildlife conservation, water supply, low flow augmentation, recreation, and water quality. The operation of the project maintains two different pool elevations, one for summer pool between April 15th and September 30th, and a winter pool to allow for additional flood control storage. The winter drawdown occurs October 1st to November 30th. The weekend releases during the first 3 weekends of October allow for whitewater recreation opportunities. The current master plan for John W. Flannagan Lake is dated from 1962, making it 58 years old. The map shown on this slide is the existing land use for John W. Flannagan Lake. Comments regarding suggested land classification changes are requested from project stakeholders and the public. Through the revision process, all existing land uses will be reviewed and new land classifications will be determined based on the definitions in EP 1130-2-550 as presented earlier. The map depicted here is available on the project website for closer review. Background information on North Fork of Pound River Lake includes: the project was authorized in 1960 under the Flood Control Act and is a component of the Comprehensive Flood Control Plan of the Ohio River Basin. The project began operations in 1966. The dam structure is rock-filled earth dam with an uncontrolled spillway with approximately 40 miles of shoreline. The project authorized purposes are flood control, fish and wildlife conservation, water supply, and recreation. Just like John W. Flannagan, the operation of the project maintains two different pool elevations, one for summer pool between April 15th and September 30th, and a winter pool to allow for additional flood control storage. The winter drawdown occurs October 1st to November 30th. The Forest Service has ownership of over 5,000 acres of land and facilities surrounding the lake, while the Corps only manages the operations areas. The current master plan for North Fork of Pound River Lake is dated from 1974, making it 46 years old. The map shown on this slide is the existing land use for North Fork of Pound River Lake. Comments regarding suggested land classification changes are requested from project stakeholders and the public. Through the revision process, all existing land uses will be reviewed and new land classifications will be determined based on the definitions in EP 1130-2-550 as presented earlier. The map depicted here is available on the project website for closer review. There are topics of public interest that will not be part of the master plan. The master plan does not include facility designs, daily project administration details, or any technical discussion regarding flood risk management, water quality, water supply, shoreline management, water level management, hydropower, or navigation. The regional master plan serves as an update from the original master plans to provide best management practices to respond to regional needs, resource capabilities, and suitability, and express public interest. We are currently in the scoping phase of the process and have not proposed any changes. Scoping is where the federal agency asks for initial input from other agencies, citizens, and organizations regarding project area, resources, and uses. The purpose of this public involvement presentation is to inform the public that the master plan revision has started and collect suggestions and written comments for possible issues, needs, and opportunities at John W. Flannagan and North Fork of Pound River Lakes, which will be considered during the development of the Regional Master Plan. You can participate in the process by reviewing the documents available on the website and submit written comments. The Corps will only accept comments in written format. The project website is hosting all the documents relevant to the master plan revision, including the current master plan documents, project maps, comment forms with instructions on how to submit a comment, and copies of this presentation for your review. As the project progresses and new information is developed, it will be posted to this project website so that you may want to bookmark this site for future references. We are asking for your help to spread the word to others, letting them know the master plan revision has been initiated and this is the opportunity to participate in the process. The Corps can accept any form of written comments, and we have provided a few methods that may make it easier to submit. A comment form has been prepared and is available on the website, which you can download and fill out. Another method is to print the comment form provided on the website and fill it out and mail it into the Corps. Or you can write a comment in a letter or email and send it in. You don't have to use the comment form. We will accept all of these methods and any other as long as it's a written comment. The comment period is open for 45 calendar days from the initial announcement. If you have questions regarding the master plan, please call or email the following Corps Project Office or District staff. You can also send questions to the email address set up for this project as listed on this slide. If you need to review a printed copy of the information, please contact the Lake office to make your request. The master plan will take 18 to 24 months to complete. Public notification for scoping initiated on 25 August 2020. The 45-day comment period when written comments are accepted will remain open until 8 October 2020. In January 2021, a resource objectives public workshop will be conducted to develop the resource objectives for the regional master plan. The draft regional master plan and integrated EA document is scheduled to be available for public review by July 2021, followed by a public comment period. The final approved regional master plan and integrated EA is scheduled for November 2021. Thank you for viewing this presentation and participating in the Regional Master Plan revision process at John W. Flannagan and North Fork of Pound River Lakes. Project documents are available at this website. Please send your comments to the email address or John W. Flannagan Lake Office address listed here. Thank you.